Good afternoon. Yes, it is Friday. It's June 16, 2017, and it's 3:20 p.m. And I just took my time today and just relaxed and watched my YouTube. Well, I'm so grateful about my finding this video that really spoke to my heart. Man, how things come when we really need to see it. Sometimes, when you're younger, you're not ready to see certain things. You may not be able to receive it, even though it's a good thing. Like certain foods. What preceded my doing this video, what motivated me to do this video is I was watching a video about, past lives and about how things that we do not see but to exist, and it's a reality of itself. So I started thinking to myself about that, I understand that the cameras that I'm going to see a video about UFOs, and that they were able to detect the UFOs and other anomalies by a special camera that was able to see invisible light. And some of that invisible light is called ultraviolet light, known as UV light. And then there's infrared light. Both of those light spectrums, the naked eye of humans cannot see. We can only see visible light, and that the light that we see is, allows us to see what we see, So I'm just curious, and I typed in on YouTube, I typed in invisible light, cameras that could see invisible light or infrared light. And then I found a video, and it took pictures of anomalies that the naked eye couldn't see. And with YouTube, it has other suggested videos based on what you typed in to look at. And that's when I found it. I think the title of the video is called, What the Sun Sees. So I clicked on it, and wow! All of you guys should watch the video. The video is a little over 3 minutes. And when the first watching, when I watch things, I watch them different levels, according to, I guess, how I feel at the time. But I'm an emotional viewer. I watch things with my emotional body. And I've watched it many times so far. And each time I watched it, it spoke more and more to me. And it's so powerful, the video. And what the video is, it's a simple video, and that's also why I like it. I like simplicity. And the video, you have a photographer. He's out in the daytime look like a park. He has his fancy camera set up, like a monitor, and then the actual camera that shoots in ultraviolet light or infrared light, I forget which one. And he showed, the first person he showed was like a young woman, early 20s, a Caucasian, a natural blonde, blue-eyed, very, the first time her skin was so white, and her hair looked so light, and she was very pretty. slender, what they call the cover girl look. Very nice. And then the camera, the camera showed her in the natural lighting, and then the camera was filtering slowly from visible light to the invisible light spectrum of the camera function. And when that happened, her skin and hair color started changing color. It started darkening. Almost like a black and white video. But it made her skin look spotty. And even her teeth, because she had white teeth. I mean, she was a pretty girl. And she was getting embarrassed, visibly embarrassed, because, see, the monitor allowed her to see how the ultraviolet camera or UV camera was portraying her, what she looked like under that type of lighting condition. And and also the video has music accompanied with it. And the video is about, I think it's called Summer in the City. Something like that. And it's I call it alternative rock music. Sounds very 1990-ish, which I love. I love alternative music, what they classify as that. So you had that music accompanying the video. So the only thing you hear is the music. You never hear any dialogue from the people. That the sound is cut off. So you only see the visual and the music accompanying it. And the music is a slow beat, really nice. And it seems to push the video forward, in emotion. And then the other thing, it shows like a whole clip, short clips of different people who had stopped by the camera to look at themselves, see what they look like in natural lighting. And these are all what you would call pretty people, male and female, but mostly females. And these are just regular Caucasian people. And how the camera showed them. And then the video had like messages on it that the UV camera is able to pick up things before it manifests to your visible vision, what you can see with natural lighting. And that it will eventually manifest. And so you see, like it shows very short clips, done very quickly, all different types of people, and how their skin was, what it looked like under invisible light. And it wasn't flattering. And it also distorted the color of their teeth. And then the video says, in writing, that we're all born, most of us, with healthy skin. So then it started showing pictures of little children and what their skin looks like in ultraviolet light, invisible light. And they look just as beautiful, and then it would show the natural light and the invisible light and what these people look like. And then it said that our skin ages at different rates. And then again started showing the people what the adults look like with natural and natural lighting, and then the ultraviolet filter on the camera. And then he says, you see them, the person in the camera gives them a sunscreen, liquid sunscreen to put on. And then watch this. Now, when they went to put the sunscreen on, like he explains in writing, as he's doing this, in writing, the creator of the video explains that sunscreen blocks out UV light. And moreover, glass, like glass, vision, glasses that you put on for vision, that glass blocks out UV light as well. So he shows the people in the natural light, put on regular glasses that's clear, that you see is clear, and then what it looks like with the special camera, and that it's black. And it's amazing. And then they show them putting on the sunscreen, and to their amazement, it startled some of them when they were putting on the sunscreen, liquid sunscreen on the table, and you look in the monitor, it's black. And it was like, well, it shocked the people. But when you read, I then read the description. That's when I knew what was the purpose of this video. And the caption on the video, they explained what the video is about, the creator. It just said that he showed what people look like, on a UV light, and what the Q was doing. And so he openly suggested to them, hey, do you want a sunscreen? And it was just that simple. It was simply said, spoken, nothing complex. But the more I watched this video, which is only 3+ minutes, the more excited, and I started to cry with this video because I thought it was powerful. It was for me at this time, this is one of the best videos in communication that I've ever experienced. It is one of the best. And that I watch it maybe 8 times or even more. And each time I watch it, I get a different message. For one, my growing up as a black woman in New York City in the 1970s and 80s and 90s was one of strife. I was taught to dislike myself for having the color that I have and to be a part of a race that's considered black, that's called black. But even still, I started to awaken a little bit in the 1980s, the later 80s, around 1986. When I started meeting different people in Central Park. I met people, they were much older than I was. They might be 18 or 19 years older than me. And they had more experience than I did, of course. I was a teenager. No, I was in my early 20s. And I wanted to grow. And I was attracted to the spirituality of these people and about, loving all people. And I still promote, love all races. But as I got older, it was there. The message that they were trying to teach me was there. And about self-acceptance. And then, fast forward, I had entered the military. And when I was being processed out of the military, I was alone in my room. And I had experienced certain things in the military, sexism and racism. And it gave me an awareness. Those experiences gave me a new awareness. The awareness was telling me that it's okay to be me. it's okay to be a black person, to be a black woman, to be a woman. And I look in the mirror and I'm saying to myself, I'm okay. And I love my skin. I am okay. And then I started thinking, wow, I wonder what I would look like with jet black skin. I said, I probably look like those pretty East African women, those tall, thin East African women, or Indian women, with that type of skin. My natural skin is a caramel color, but I'm talking about literally black skin. And I was going to put black shoe polish on my face to see what I would look like with black skin, to tell myself that the symbol, see, it's all symbolic, that the color black, or to be black, is a good thing. And so with that in my mind, and then fast forward to the present, and my watching this video, it was like breaking down the old system. Just 2 or 3 days ago, this system also was being shaken in me with the shooting that happened in Richmond, Virginia. Here you have a bunch of white people, white men, playing baseball, and a white terrorist comes and shoots them just because they're Republicans. This would have been unheard of in the 1980s. Unheard of. The man with the shooter, the terrorist, was a 66-year-old white man. And he's just shooting up people. But in Virginia and other places in the South, you have black communities who have shootings in parks, in the projects, or in housing, that are just shooting people at random. But here in this white neighborhood, it's happening to them. This is a paradigm shift. When I heard about that shooting in Richmond, Virginia, with the congressmen playing baseball, it's unheard of. And now it's being heard. What you would never hear of in this era is now being turned around. So, watching this video, the number of times I did watch it, it's speaking to me even more on this level. That these people, I would imagine that a white person watching this video versus a black person watching this video is going to communicate different things. And that the old system, that white is right, is no longer the case. It doesn't hold its stand. It doesn't have anything to stand on. The video is showing on a natural level that the Caucasian, the first woman that he showed, a very light-skinned Caucasian, light hair, light eyes, under a different system, a different filter, is not the beauty queen as she thought she might have been. I'm not saying her specifically, but what she symbolizes. And that who is now beautiful with this filter were people of color. So the video also shows, he says, what does beautiful skin look like? What does healthy, beautiful skin look like? And he showed people of color. Their skin tone was even. And they had a dark-skinned black woman. She looked the most beautiful. Oh, wow. You have to see, she's absolutely beautiful. And her teeth were even white. But here, the white girl, she had brown teeth when that camera got her. But the black girl, the dark-skinned black girl, under that special filter was even darker, but her teeth looked even whiter. Beautiful. So even more, what this video means to me is that you have light. And under the old filter system that I was under in the 1970s and 80s and 90s and even part of 2000 was a system called racism. Racism against black people. But see, racism is man-made. It's a man-made system. But ultraviolet light is not man-made. It's a natural light. Just imagine if people were born with a special filter on their eyes that you can see invisible light. You're going to have a different perspective on what any of us look like. You really want to be able to distinguish between color so much. Because everybody will look kind of dark under a UV filter. You know? Everything looks different. We all just kind of look the same. We have different shapes, of course. But it's amazing how our current filter, our current eyes, has us see the world in a certain way. And it's causing division. Wouldn't it be nice if we can all see with a filter that makes us look more like family? More like we come together, that we are part of the same system? And that each filter plays on our mind. The old filter, called racism, or any ism, is a destructive filter. So I want to let you guys know that we are all being played. We're all being played by our differences, and that it's taken advantage of our ability to see visible light and capitalizing on how it's going to show distinctions between us, and that we start to fight amongst ourselves. So, start seeing with a new filter that is more inclusive, so that it will protect you, or at least minimize the isms that do exist in this world. We are all beautiful. We are all beautiful according to the filter system you choose to look through. I want to look through a filter that's going to promote unity, love, and peace. So, I hope you guys could watch this video, and maybe I will attach this voiceover to the video and have you experience what I experienced. It is a phenomenal video that I think black and white and all colors in between could benefit by, and that it will start to unleash the lies and the deception of the old system. It's happening. That old system that we all were under, it's global. I sense, New Ages even talk about it. How about the energy system changing, that it's shifting. Yes, I feel it changing. It's a new system that is ushering into the current system. But we need to get grounded, because the changeover will cause some instability. So we have to get grounded, because the attack is going to get stronger. But you have to get stronger so you can fight the enemy. So I thank you again for listening, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and the experience that it will provide you. Take care, and definitely share this video with friends, family members. You can comment below. You can subscribe to my channel, Spirit Journey. And once again, please give me the thumbs up. All you guys are beautiful. Bye-bye.